Let's talk a little bit now about tipping. Now, tipping is not generally a custom in Italy. So unlike North America, where we tip, probably average of 20%, I think it's still 20%. In Italy, they don't really do tipping like that. But there is something that you can do to be courteous, and you can show your appreciation for the servers when they're serving you dinners, things like that. And that is simply leave 1 or 2 euros just to let them know, you know what, I enjoyed your service, it was really good. Now for your included journey dinners, there's no tipping because we take care of all that for you. But when you're out having a lunch or a coffee, even a coffee, you can leave a 50-cent euro or 20-cent euro piece, something like that. It's just a nice way to be able to say, I appreciate the service and I'm recognizing you for it. Now, there's a couple more charges that you'll see on your bill when you're dining out by yourself. One might be called a coperto. A coperto is a cover charge. So restaurants have the right to charge that. And then there's another one called the servizio, which is service, a service fee. And so these are different fees that some restaurants will add to your tab, and that's just part of the experience there. And so just know you may see that at times, and that's what those mean. Now, what about tipping your journey adventure leader? So you don't have to worry about your expert local guides, the drivers, or any of the service staff as part of the organized sightseeing, but for your journey adventure leader and even for your hotel staff, if you so desire, you could leave for the hotel staff 1 or 2 euros here and there. That might be helpful for them. But for your journey adventure leader, we recommend $20 per person per day as the tipping guide. Now that is something that we don't make a huge formal fuss about, but it's something that you can tip at the end of the tour. During the farewell celebration, you can let them know if you have appreciated their service. And it is our objective to blow your socks off. We really want to go beyond the call and beyond your expectations. And so our journey adventure leaders, who are personally trained by me, we will make sure that they are serving you in the journey way. And so we want you to be able to tip them if you so desire at the end of the tour. Another question that we get asked frequently is, do I need to learn some Italian in order to really enjoy Italy? Do I need to learn some French in order to really enjoy the Treasures of France tour or wherever the destination is? And the simple answer is, not really. Your journey adventure leader will really do the job in terms of navigating the culture and the local cultures. And then if you are able to learn some phrases, it typically, in particular Italy, they tend to respect that. So when you try and you say buongiorno, but you slaughter it, they're going to understand, oh, this person is trying to speak my language, and they have slaughtered it. Buongiorno, they will still tell you. So the answer to the question is, learn some phrases. It's fun, number one, to try to learn new languages, but you're not required to do so. Even when you're traveling independently, pre-tour or post-tour, you'll still be able to find in the service professions English speakers. Now, they won't all be 100% perfect English, but you'll be able to communicate and get by okay. Now, I mentioned traveling pre-tour or post-tour. Let me talk a little bit about security and safety. Now, while you're on the tour with Now Journey, we are vigilant to make sure that we're always keeping an eye on our guests. And we want to do everything possible just to ensure safety and security. Our hotels come equipped with safes, so you can leave your passports and valuables there, which is what we recommend. And in terms of jewelry, go ahead and get your traveling jewelry on and leave all the nice bling, leave it at home, because you don't really need to draw attention when you're traveling internationally. That's one of our recommendations anyway. And then, of course, for the security wallets and all these kind of things, in my opinion, it's not really essential to spend a lot more money to get those. However, you can do so, of course. But the best thing is to just be smart when you're traveling. And so when you're going through Italy, for example, if you're in the train stations or if you're in the Vatican or anywhere where there's a crowd, you're going to want to have your man purse, which we call satchel, or ladies, your purses. Go ahead and pull them around to the front, and you're just walking through the crowd, protecting your valuables that way. Gentlemen with wallets, when we're in these high security zones, we recommend you put the wallet in your front pocket, and you also keep maybe a hand on it as you're walking through the different crowds. And this can happen anywhere where there are crowds. We want to make sure that you just are safe and secure. right now, let's go ahead and continue and talk a little bit about the culture of Italy and France and Austria and all the different European countries that we visit on our tours. One of the things that in the past we have advised folks, and that is to avoid ball caps and tennis shoes. Well, the reality is the Europeans have adopted this. And so they've got jeans, they've got ball caps, they've got white shoes, white tennis shoes. You know, everything pretty much goes in terms of what you wear. But you will find at times when you're walking through perhaps Paris or Florence during a business day that everyone's going to be kind of decked out and looking very professional. You don't have to, you're on vacation. But we do encourage you to maybe think about clothing that's going to be comfortable and that's going to breathe if it's in the warmer months, or it's going to be layered. So if it's on the shoulder months when it's kind of cool in the morning, but by 10:30, 11 it's now warm. So you want to think about layering there. So in terms of style and that kind of thing, pretty much anything goes nowadays. So we just want you to be comfortable, but also prepared. And another category of being prepared, that is the money. Whenever you're traveling through Europe, you're going to want to think about having some euros, some cash on you, which we recommend around 250 to 300 euros per person, just to kind of have that cash available. You won't necessarily need it, but maybe for a taxi here or there. The other thing is when you're purchasing those wonderful gifts that you found along the way, and they're just little treasures that you want to purchase, using your credit card is going to be the best way to get the best exchange rate of the day. And also it's a great secure way, because most credit cards will protect you against fraud. Even some debit cards will do that as well, which is fantastic. I know JP Morgan Chase has this no liability option for their customers where you can purchase with their debit cards and everything's protected. So that's a fantastic way to do it. If you need more cash while on vacation, find an ATM. In Italy, Bancomat is a great solution, but there's all different kinds of ATMs throughout the continent of Europe and the UK for that matter. And so you're going to be wanting to find an ATM that looks secure. What does that look like? Well, that's debatable, but also one with an English keyboard so that you can go ahead and punch in your information. And so ATMs, that's the way to get cash. And of course, always protect your PIN, because sometimes the thieves can be really, really smart and get that code, but you're protected usually by your bank, credit card, or debit card banks. And so just be prepared for that. So if that happens, don't let it destroy your vacation. Just methodically, we'll attack it. You'll call your bank, everything will be taken care of, and we'll continue on with the vacation. Now, before you get to your destination, before your journey begins, we want to remind you that you're traveling to a foreign country where the customs, the people, the food, the beverages, the air conditioning, the beds, everything is different. It's foreign to us. It's probably not the way we'd ultimately do it, but that's one of the reasons we travel to far off destinations, is to experience what these other people on the planet are doing. And so whenever you travel with Journey, always have that attitude of, I'm going to a foreign country and I'm going to be respectful of what this foreign country is all about. And so that's one of the values at Now Journey that we want you to adopt and to be able to harmonize with us as we travel throughout the beautiful destinations of our portfolio. Okay, that's all we have for today's Journey TV. Check back on this page and you'll see more episodes available to you. Have a great day and a great journey.